Welcome to the Riders Lounge. I'm Mark Fawcett, and on today's episode, we are reviewing the Forum Roost. So quickly before we review this Forum board, I want to thank our sponsors. Without them, we couldn't make this show roll. We got Cole brand HEADWEAR. This is Coffee, BALDFACE Lodge, Nelson Brewing Company, Stoke the Fire Hotsauce, and James brand Knives. So, Forum, they're back. Our first thought was, oh, really cool, awesome, Forum's back. Is it going to be the same tech as 2000, 2002, like same boards? Which we loved the brand, we love what it stood for, we love who those boards were for, but are we getting 25-year-old tech? No. So, from what I felt, it's still a core brand, definitely for core, heavy-hitting riders that like to ride fast, that like to go big, and that's what this Roost is for. The Roost is their directional all-mountain board. It has 5 mils of taper, so it's just a little bit. Even the graphics are very twinny. As I was riding this board, it just essentially felt like a really nice riding twin to me. I was on the 159. It comes in 3 sizes, a 154, a 159, and a 162 wide. The 154 is 24.5 centimeters at the waist. This one is 25.6. So the 159, 25.6. That's about as narrow as I like to go, but worked great for me. And the 162 is 26.5 at the waist. That's going to be a big boy board. Key features. The first thing for sure, it's a fully cambered snowboard. There's a couple centimeters of zero camber at either end, so it does not have early rise. And I think that might have been one of the reasons I really liked how this board performed and pulled me into the turns, and for sure pop. Early rise is great, particularly in lots of deep snow and powder situations, soft snow. It's easy to ride a board with early rise because you have less effective edge. This thing, I wouldn't say it rides as per what a 159 should ride like if you've been riding for a long time. This would be my size board. So again, at 5'8", 185, this would be my size board. So within those 3 sizes, the smaller folks could definitely go for the 154. Me at 5'8", 185 pounds, the 5'9" was perfect for me. And then larger humans on the 162 wide. And of course, Forum has a couple other models in their lineup if you're not looking for directional, but for directional freeride all-mountain board, this thing kicked ass. I was pleasantly surprised at the stiffness. It's not a soft board at all. Doesn't mean it doesn't ride easy. It's just got a lot of it's solid. Literally, when I laid it down on the snow, it made this sound like, whoa, it's a solid snowboard. And even within the first turns, it just feels tight, well put together, doesn't buzz, feels very homogeneous, if that makes sense. I don't know how far up these wood cores go, but obviously it's a full wood core. But wow, really impressive on how they've built it. Even the tip and tail, quite stiff, not in a bad way. Was not hard to ride, but there's a lot of support in everywhere you go with it. A lot of pop. That camber, that which gives you pop also cushions your landings a bit. So the landings were pretty soft, considering I was trying to jump. We had flat light and crispy side hits, and I made some mistakes out there, and it corrected all of them for me. So if you're into trying bigger tricks, bigger drops, this thing's gonna save your ass. So that's just some of my experience on the board. But I think we should see how this board's performing in the air and doing more freestyle-oriented riding. Mark Morrison, to you in the field.
Yeah, hey, thanks, Mark. Mark here. I'm just out at Baldy Mountain Resort near Oliver, BC, trying out this Forum Roost we got here. And I got a few laps on it already, about 3. Took it through the jump line, took it through some hot pow, some trees, been trying it out. Always takes a few runs to get used to a new board, but you know, we're knocking off those safety tricks, front 3, back 3, a whole bunch of grabs. Overall, board feels great. Board is super responsive on the groomers, really great pop. You know, compared to the light board I usually ride, it's got a little bit more weight to it, which in the chop is great. Feels a little bit more sturdy. I'm sure it has a little bit more swing weight, but that's something you can totally get used to. Overall, loving it. All right, I gotta go get some more laps in. Back to you, Mark. Catch you later.
Okay, thanks, Mark. So some of the tech inside this board, and I think this is why I felt, like I said, when I laid it down, it made that nice solid sound. It feels tight. It's a poplar beech wood core. So stringers of poplar mixed with beech and some carbon stringers in there as well that I think are laid in vertically, to be honest. So this is gonna be like, those are 2 hardwoods. Most companies do sort of a mix of hard and softwood. Poplar's, I think, the softest of the hardwoods, and beech is like pretty hard stuff. This is gonna be a board that's gonna feel the exact same after 100 days as it did the day you got it. For those like core riders, and that's what Forum's all about, people that ride day in, day out hard, you live close to your big resort, this board's got you covered. And I think that's really who it's for.
Initial thoughts? Forum Roost?
Well, this thing was really fun. Yeah, I actually really enjoyed it. First lap in, felt really familiar. Very traditional. 159. Yeah, a lot of pop. Really smooth feeling board. Just an everyday, do everything board. I think it'd be fun on some park jumps. It was definitely fun in the trees and ripping some powy side hits today. That was awesome.
I don't think, just based on its stiffness and being fully cambered, beginners, you could ride it. But I think you're gonna want, like, to get the most out of this board, you're gonna wanna be like an upper level, intermediate and beyond. You're gonna be, you know, for sure someone who rides a lot. Then you're gonna like absolutely love this thing. It's made at Playmaker, which so far this year, we've had a few different boards come out of the Playmaker manufacturing facility. They've all been super tight, like tight tolerances, no funny little spaces. The graphics and the top sheets are always stellar. So this thing's actually pretty beautiful. I really like it. Looked good with my Union Atlases on there today. And I mounted it as 23-inch reference stance. I've been sort of making a habit now of just throwing my bindings exactly where they say reference to get a feel for it. And it was like, it was banger. Like, it was perfect for me. 23 inches, kind of in the middle of the 2 packs, and definitely room to go wider and a little narrower too. So the Forum Roost, for those that want to rock, Forum is back and they got you covered. Thanks so much for watching the Riders Lounge. I'm Mark Fawcett.